All right, guys and gals, welcome back to Golf Goals and Grapplers with Chris, Christian and Adam. And this one is a bit different. And I'll tell you why it's a bit different. When these guys have stopped watching the telly.
I'm watching the telly. I'm waiting for you to tell us why it's fucking different.
It's a bit different.
I'm intrigued myself.
We've had a few calls. So people have been listening and just saying, look, I know the premise of the podcast is golf, goals and grapplers. And they're enjoying the format, but some people are liking sort of the casual banter or the casual shit that we talk about. So we thought we'd just do There Are No Rules podcast.
Chat shit, get banged.
Yeah, chat shit, get banged. I mean,
Famous words of Jamie Vardy.
It'd be great if someone does get banged in this episode.
It's all possible.
I mean, it is very possible, yeah. So, yeah, I guess there's no rules, there's no subject. We're not going to do this or do that. We're just going to talk, which is interesting because I really do dislike talking to both of you.
And this could go really well or terribly bad.
Yeah, we could never do one of these ever again, maybe. So,
Yeah, I reckon this is the first and last.
yeah. So, we can kick on. I mean, we did a tiny bit of it in the pilot, but then we just spent... We was meant to be a pilot where we introduced ourselves and talked a little bit about each other and our lives and all that. It descended into a 35-minute dissection of our golf games. That's what it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. But then it also descended into chaos. I think the one we initially did when Christian wasn't here was basically me and you just ripping Christian because he wasn't here.
They never got aired, so the listeners won't know what we're talking about.
Oh well, they should get released as bonus content.
Yeah, we could always mop them together.
To be honest, it was missing the glue, mate. You're the glue here.
I am.
Yeah, you are the glue.
I am the glue. I'll take that.
The glue sniffer.
Have you ever?
Whoa. Do you remember we had a guy in school called the Gluey? Like for years, he was around called. Everyone knew him as the Gluey. Still see him now.
What don't you have in Scunthorpe?
Scunthorpe's a wild place.
Scunthorpe's fucking awful.
Saying that,
Whoa! Just before you say, why is it awful? What is your experience with Scunthorpe that makes you say it's awful?
I used to work there every Monday, and I was scared for my life. So scared
Why?
that I had to wear a stab vest.
But why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why were you scared? What
It's
happened? What happened to you?
Because it's my
Because
opinion.
he's a pussy boy.
Pussy boy.
Because it's my opinion.
You work there for one day and you get scared.
No, I work there every Monday.
It's interesting that you get scared when you're from Hull. When Hull's
that's
one
true.
of the wildest places ever.
Oh.
And it's like any town or city. There's parts of the city or town that are absolute dregs.
Yeah.
And then there are other parts that are really nice.
What's a nice part of Scunthorpe?
Honestly, as soon as you come out of the outside of Scunny, you've got the sort of the outer town bits. You've got Yaddlefort, Botsford. You've got Messingham. You've got Kermington, Scotter.
So that's not
Messingham.
So that's not Scunthorpe then.
No,
is
but
it?
it's the surrounding areas, just like Hull's got Kingswood, Anlaby, Willoughby, Hessel. So
I think it's a small town, isn't it? There's not a lot there.
well, it's much smaller than Hull, yeah.
There's not a lot there in terms of to do. But what I've always said about Scunthorpe, what's the great thing about Scunthorpe is
The road out.
it's actually where I'm leading to, but it's a great location if you wanted to branch out for work and stuff like that because you can literally go. You're not far away from Donny, Sheffield, Leeds, Hull,
That's true.
Grimsby,
Lincoln.
Lincoln. It's in a real central location.
The best way to describe Scunny is everywhere is 45 minutes away,
Yeah, pretty much. It's like,
including a Nando's, which I'm fuming about, but we'll come on to that later.
it's like when you're on holiday innit, and you meet new people and they go, "Oh, Wes, where are you from?" And you always go, "Do you know Leeds?" And they go, "Yeah, near there."
Yeah.
Because it's just too hard to explain.
Saying that, though, even though we come from Hull, you used to say Leeds because people hadn't heard of Hull, and Hull's
Yeah.
a massive city.
Yeah, Leeds or Manchester.
Yeah.
Like, you just go with them, don't you? You go, "Yeah, we're kind of near there."
I also used to tell Birds I was a footballer as well when I used to go. I obviously wasn't.
And then they go, "You
believe-
can't
I
be,
can
you're too
believe it,
short."
And they'd go,
Never make it.
Another failed footballer here.
I heard this one before.
I'm joking. I never talked to girls on holiday.
Still fell for it, didn't they?
Yeah, you did.
I
I
never
saw
did.
it with my own eyes.
Instead, so talking of lads' holidays back in the day,
No, here we go. Magaluf 04.
I was just going to say, where have you been? What have you done? Like we've done Magaluf. I've done Ibiza a lot, but generally, yeah, it was Ibiza for me. But Magaluf a couple of times as well.
Yeah, Magaluf. I've done Magaluf
Lorette
3
de Mar.
times.
Have you been to Magaluf
yeah,
3 times?
Who's Lorette?
You don't want to know.
It's that birdie met in Magaluf.
My first
She was Welsh.
my first abroad holiday was Magaluf with 16 lads.
Was it?
When I was 20. That was my first time I went abroad. And it was absolutely fucking carnage, as you would imagine. First night, half of us lost our phones, wallet, keys. I think I I was found by some of my mates just sprawled out on a wall somewhere, and they had to just bumble me in a taxi and get me back
But to
home.
do what?
Bumble me.
Oh, Bumble.
Yeah,
Bumble?
Bumble.
I thought you said
Bumble.
Bumble.
What the fuck's Bumble?
Like when you just roll someone into a taxi
I've
because they've
never
got
heard
no.
that before.
I've never heard that before
What,
either.
bumbling someone in.
Right,
No, I've never heard this before.
here's a question, right?
Honestly, it's a true thing.
So-
I think it is anyway.
So, what do you call a bread cake?
Bread bun.
Bread cake.
Why is it a bread bun? It's not a
Isn't
bun.
it? Because a cake's like
It's not a cake.
it's not a cake. Yeah. So how is it a cake? It's bread.
How was it exactly? How was it a bun?
So like a cupcake. Then what would you call a cupcake? Like a
A cupcake?
so that's a cake. It's not bread, is it? So how is a bread cake? Anyway, yeah.
Have
There's
you-
loads
have
of
you-
these things.
Have you ever colloquialisms here? Even though literally these two places are 20 miles apart, you've still got it's such a different
Yeah.
place.
It's like Maftin.
Like
yeah,
a 10 foot.
Maftin.
Maftin.
10 foot.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. If you just, I said to you, I'm absolutely Maftin. Christian has no idea.
Yeah, I
That's
do
what he
now,
didn't do.
but I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it baffled me the first time I heard that. It's not even a word, is it? Really,
So,
Maftin.
so when you carry someone on the back of a bike, what do you
Krogger.
call a what?
Krogger.
Krogger,
Krogger.
not a kroggy.
No.
Yeah, Croggy.
Kroggy?
Kroggy.
Yeah, yeah.
Gay.
Pussy boy.
But it is mad though, like, because it's not far. Was it 28 miles?
Yeah, 28 miles on a stretcher of water.
Yeah, and we just say completely different things, but
Because you're weird.
Yeah, but
Debatable.
people speak better south of the Humber.
yeah, true.
Like, Hull accents sound awful. Like,
Oh, yeah, they
if
do.
I'm ever watching Look North and someone's on, and they've I don't know, they've pulled someone in off the street to talk about politics, and it's a woman or a man from Hull, they sound awful. We sound awful.
Yeah, I mean, I've had this conversation. People think if you're not from Hull, people think the Hull accent can sound all right, but when you hear it yourself and you hear people from Hull talk, it is awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not nice.
I mean, I work in West Yorkshire, Leeds, Wakefield area, and they say like my accent's like very distinctive. Like they can tell you from Hull.
Yeah, but isn't that weird? They can tell you from Hull, but a lot of people don't know where Hull is.
Well, Leeds people do.
I know Leeds people do, but a lot of other people, they don't know where it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're not an alien, are you, Chris? When you go to your part of the country where you go work, it's not like who's this guy from Hull?
Yeah, from where?
Hull.
Yeah.
I've started picking up a bit of a Hull twang though with some of my words and sentences. Like I can hear it, and I go, "What the hell am I doing?" But I guess when you're working around people with that accent for 6-7 years, it's gonna
Yeah.
stick a little bit in it.
I reckon I'd be one of them annoying people who like emigrated to Australia and then I'd come back after 6 months. I'd
Yeah.
have an Australian accent.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You'd be one of those annoying people?
Because some people pick it up. Yeah,
Even more annoying, you mean?
Some of my people who went to my school and have lived in Australia for 10, 15 years now still sound like they're from Hull. But other people have got like an Australian accent now.
do you think that's forced though?
No.
People can force the Australian accent and it be.
I think it's fake. I know loads of people that have come back from London, even, or come back from just a different part of the UK that's got a distinct accent, and they'll have it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
What is the worst accent in the UK?
Ooh, good question. Hull.
Scouse.
Any Scousers watching, we apologise.
Scouse or Brummie. Sorry.
Oh mate, I hate the Brummie
I
accent.
mean, hate's strong.
No,
I just dislike it.
I think Brummie's worse than Scouts, definitely.
Yeah.
I also hate the very broad Manchester accent.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awful.
yeah. It takes some going to have a proper thick Brummie accent.
Yeah.
What's your favourite accent? Irish.
Irish is good.
Northeast.
Irish.
Yeah, I like Irish, to be fair. No, to be fair, yeah, Irish is probably for me. I don't really like the broad Scottish accent either.
No.
You know when you can't understand what they're saying.
Have we just alienated everyone?
Yeah, sorry.
Saying we
sorry,
don't
sorry,
like how
guys.
you talk.
Yeah, that's loads of listeners turn it off now.
Yeah, yeah. Saying, well,
Christian
fuck you
Christian did that before on the last episode when he said all Geordies are bald and tattooed. So we're just doing this now with accents.
Fair enough.
then. Yeah. So, what I want to do is, I want to talk a little bit. I want to talk about you guys. I want to talk about you. I just want to talk a little bit about you. I just want to dig into your past.
That makes a change.
Skeletons in your closet. Get them out.
shit.
We want to talk about your most embarrassing stories,
Shit the
your
bed.
best stories, your worst stories. Like, have you ever shit yourself?
Straight off the bat. Straight off the bat.
No, you don't have to answer that one. I'm joking.
Yes, yes.
That was bullish, by the way.
So yeah, obviously I don't want you to be that graphic because this is a child's pod.
So why don't you start? One of your worst stories.
I don't really have any skeletons in my closet. I mean, people might disagree, but I don't really have skeletons in my closet.
If you know that Chris has got some skeletons in his closet,
Add them in the comments.
Add them in the comments.
I don't really have like a storied past.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything that's like really
Not very
embarrassing.
checkered.
I mean, I've got a checkered past, yeah, but I wouldn't say like it's relevant for this pod anyway,
No,
or
definitely not.
broadcastable.
Or any pods.
Yep, anything.
This isn't particularly bad, but just a story that springs to mind is, do you remember drop crotch jeans? Do you remember when they were fashion for like a short period of time?
Drop crotch jeans.
Yeah, so basically jeans where the crotch was just so low that you could barely function.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so that was a fashion. So I used to have a pair of these, and we went out in Donny one night, and instead of going to the toilet like a normal human being after a few drinks, decided I'm going to climb out the window and go for a waz behind the hotel.
Right.
So as I was climbing out the window, obviously mobility is not the strongest point in drop crotch jeans, and as I climbed out the window, they just split. Literally right across the seam, just split. I had no spare pair of trousers, so I tried to safety pin them.
Right, where'd you get your safety pins from?
Well, at this point in time, I also safety pinned the bottom of my jeans. Remember that was a fashion as well.
No.
So I always used to go anywhere with a pack of safety pins.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I tried to safety pin them, which that didn't really work because you could still see absolutely everything. So in the end, I ended up paying my sister to bring me a new pair of trousers.
What, you
all
paid-
this Donny.
What, you paid a fuel and all
I
that?
think I
lot?
just gave her 20 quid and said, "Will you just please bring me some trousers because I can't go out like these."
That's madness. That.
So
Wow.
yeah, that was a fun time. But I mean, that's not necessarily a bad story. It's more of a funny story.
Do you remember Adidas poppers where people would just
Yeah.
rag them off your legs?
Yes,
That
absolutely.
was college life, wasn't it? College life, you was always, if you wore joggers or anything like that, you just grabbed all of them because everyone was coming to keg you.
They're back
Yeah.
as well. They're a thing. They're
Are
a
they?
thing again. It's like Kappa.
I had a
Kappa's
Kappa tracksuit, mate,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day. It was nice.
Kappa slapper
Yeah.
and feeler.
Did you ever, this is just funny as well, going on Kappa, did you ever do that thing like literally you cover the top half of the Kappa symbol and it just looks like a woman with her legs
Yeah.
open? Yeah. Do you remember that?
I feel like I've not had an authentic experience. Like I feel like everyone's had the same life.
I know.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're living a dream and you're living a human life, and like everyone's just living the same life.
Same life.
You tell stories
Yeah.
to people. Oh, did you ever do this? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, and everyone's just says the same shit, but just in different parts of the country. Like I don't know, like yeah, I'm going away on holiday. How long are you going for? 10 days. Oh, that's perfect. I did because 2 weeks is too long.
Yeah,
and
a
7
week's
days
not long
is
enough.
not
A
long.
week's not enough.
Well, let's go 10 days. Oh god, everyone's just having the same conversations. I feel like we're just AI
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
robots.
So, I've got an embarrassing story. I mean, I'm
Come
sure.
on.
I've got an embarrassing story for you. Do you remember when you were a grown man and you wore a football shirt?
Chris, do you know what's even worse than just wearing a football shirt? A football shirt with a player's name on the back and number.
Oh, that would be the worst,
Hang
would
on,
it? Can you
wait a
imagine?
minute. And you've got a Liverpool training top on.
It's not even a train top, mate. It's a Nike top with LFC badge on it, but it's not a football top.
What,
But do you remember as a grown
It's a
man?
fashion top.
what favourite player you got on your back of your shirt, young man?
Jimmy Traore. Do you remember as a grown man when you spend 35 quid on a golf hat?
Yeah, that's totally acceptable because I'm
Oh,
old and I'm into golf.
Well, I'm older. I'm into football.
Yeah, but you should not be wearing a football shirt when you're
What?
a grown-ass man. It's because they're for kids.
It's just casual.
Very casual.
Just casual wear.
Drop in the comments if you're over the age of 16 and you wear a football shirt. I'd be very interested. And if you're wearing it for fives or going football training,
Or just,
fine.
or just sitting,
Or
or
if
just
you
sitting
actually-
casually
not just
in your
wandering
house.
around life.
I think if you're actually going to watch the game at the stadium, it's acceptable
Still
as well.
questionable.
How about-
I think I'm all right with that.
How about if you're sitting casually in your house watching the team that you're wearing?
I'm a little bit more
Bit
okay
weird,
with
that.
that. Do you know
would
what?
find it weird.
It is weird.
I find it the weirdest when the team's not even on, and some guy's wearing it to like Asda to do a local shop, and you think it's a Tuesday.
you
The
know what
team's not even playing.
do you know what I
You're in
find-
Asda. What you doing?
Do
You're
you
not
know
got
what
enough time.
I find weird? I find it weird when two people stood outside my apartment, and because I'm not in, and they're looking through the window and they can see the TV's on, they think I've committed suicide.
Well, we assumed. It was the first logical explanation.
Well,
What?
actually,
It wasn't that you'd gone to shop. The
wasn't that-
first logical explanation was he must have topped himself.
So just for the purpose of the pod, me and Chris turned up. We told Bliss we'd be here for 4. Granted, we got there about 10 to.
So Chris said that he was picking you up at 3:15.
Yeah.
And it's about a 45-minute drive, and you were going to Tesco. So therefore, I thought I've got enough time to just pop to the shop, get a couple of bits, come back, and it'll be more than enough time.
You should have known we was on time because
You're
I'm never late.
on time.
I'm never
You're
late.
always late.
But the fact that you still chose to go, like, at 1:45 or 22, the time was going to be there, when you probably had all afternoon to go to the shop.
All right, ma'am.
Fucking hell.
You'll get yourself down to the shop nice and early. Because when your mates are here, you better be back
I
home.
know, yeah.
So back to the front door. So we got here.
Back to the front door, yeah?
Back to the front door.
we
It's like a shit film. Back to the front door.
I've seen that film.
It's like when you get off Wish. So we rocked up, and obviously ringing Bullis. He's not answering his phone. TV's on, playing football to
Did you
itself.
even ring me?
Yeah, I rang you twice.
Are you
Literally rang you
sure?
twice. Yeah,
He
yeah.
did ring you twice, yeah.
Alright.
Your phone was on charge, yeah, wasn't it, you said in the end. But yeah, we looked in, we saw the TV was on, was like, right, the first thing we thought was, oh, he might have gone upstairs for a kip and he's just not woke up. So banged on the window. 2 minutes later, we just went, oh, what if he's topped himself and we're the ones that find him? Like, what are we going to do then? And then we said, what an inconvenience if he's decided to top himself and he's not even told us, so we've driven all the way up here.
Yeah, no. If you're going to top yourself, at least send a text.
At least send a text. Oh, sorry, I can't make it
yeah,
today.
exactly.
I'm gonna top myself.
But thankfully,
Nice.
thankfully, he didn't. He walked around the corner in his Liverpool shirt with McAllister on the back and
thankfully.
with a bag of shopping.
Jimmy
so
Traore.
it was all good.
Thankfully, he didn't commit suicide because we wouldn't have had a venue for the pod. So,
And that's the only thankful reason that
Yeah,
you've got.
yeah.
Thanks, mate.
no worries.
What a
Incidentally, going back to football, I've just remembered a time where I got probably in one of the hairiest situations I've ever been in, which was I went to a pub to watch Champions League semi-final when Barcelona, the greatest club team of all time, beat Man United
Right.
in the Champions
Yeah,
League
yeah,
final.
yeah.
And immediately at the final whistle, we went to the jukebox and put "You'll Never Walk Alone" on. And we was in a
class.
pub full of Manx, and that was very, very...
Dicey.
Yeah, it was a
Risky.
dicey 5 minutes, that.
Did anyone get into a ruckus?
People started sort of fucking getting a bit leery, so
Yeah.
we made a swift exit. But yeah, that was fun. That was great.
That is fun. Where do you guys spend most of your youth? And like, you know, when I say youth, when you started going out drinking stuff like that, where did you go for the weekends? Did you stay in Hull, or did you kind of branch out?
Well, I went to Leeds a lot for the weekend with my mates because Hull can get a bit old a bit quick. But you never, because you lived in a city, you never needed to go somewhere
Yeah.
for a night out. You could just go to Hull.
Yeah, I mean, when back in the day, I mean, we used to do Thursday nights and all that kind of stuff. When you go down George Street, and then you'd have Sharkies and Goose and Granite, and Beerits and Position and
Peppledore.
yeah, Peppledore. And you could get away with it because it was decent down there. And then you go into Old Town, you go to Revolution or whatever it might be.
It was rammed as well.
Yeah, it was constantly rammed. So you wouldn't really have to go anywhere else. But yeah, you're right. It got really old really quick.
Thing is, you could get like a £18 return bus to Leeds, and then we used to stay in ETAP, which slept 3 for 30 quid.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a tenner each for a
Yeah,
hotel room. For 18 quid for your bus, mate. You could have a weekend in Leeds for like 25 quid.
Yeah.
So we just used to trek to Leeds.
The thing is, though, as well, back in the day when we used to go out, you could go out with 30 quid, and that would be your drink on the night, your taxi home, and a takeaway, and you still end up with some money left.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with someone the other day about that. Like, you literally felt like you went out on nothing, but had the best night of your life.
Yeah.
Which is great. We used to go Donegal quite a lot. Similar to you, like, obviously getting to Donegal was quite cheap because it wasn't far for us. And we used to stay at a place called, I think it was called Formula One. And that, again, was, you could sleep 3 for about a tenner.
Yeah.
So it was
Fucking hell, was it a hostel?
pretty much,
3
yeah.
for a tenner.
Shared bathrooms, all sorts.
Was it a horse house?
It was pretty dire, to be fair, but
Mate, it's Donny, I'm not surprised. No
at
offense,
that age,
people
all
from
you want is
Doncaster.
somewhere just to put your head down, don't you, for a couple of hours and then
Oh, yeah, of course.
get off again, so...
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter where you sleep, does
No.
it? So, embarrassing story about me.
Oh, yeah, go on, yeah.
I used to have braids.
No way. I want to see a picture of this.
Thankfully, I don't have a picture.
Oh,
so,
we could have pinned that up on the pod. That would have been great.
Braids or dreads?
braids.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I had cornrows.
What age was you?
Good question. Probably about 21.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say like 14 or something.
No, but then I was going through the stage where I had braids and I'd wear like American football tops and baggy jeans.
Who was your idol?
I mean, at that point, it'd be tough to say.
So you didn't have your braids because of somebody that you
No.
liked, or just
No.
Bullis thought he was a rapper when he was younger.
kid hell?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he used to dress like a black guy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Parappa the Rapper.
I remember that.
Did you ever have that game?
Yeah.
Great game, that.
I think at one point there was a tea towel that was hanging out my back pocket as well.
Oh
Thinking I
god,
was
a
one of the-
do rag.
Thinking I was.
Did you have a handkerchief wrapped around your wrist?
Was you a blood or
No,
a
I
crip?
had a bandana.
What colour was it? Blood or a crip?
I don't know.
I
I think it was like white and black.
think a bit of Snoop Dogg.
You liked a basketball jersey, as well,
I did.
didn't
I
you?
did. Yeah, I loved a basketball jersey. I loved
Yeah.
I loved an NFL jersey as well.
We've all gone through stages, haven't we? Though, because I remember I used to wear like skatey boy jeans and things like that, and chains.
I can imagine you
Oh,
being like
no.
All
a-
that type
I can
of stuff
imagine
at
you
some
You
being
were
point.
like a teenage dirtbag.
Yeah, a little bit,
goth.
A bit,
Oh,
I wasn't
God.
quite gothic in terms of like all the jewelry and like makeup and all that, but I like
Did you paint
what
your
you call
nails?
Grebo jeans. You know, like they had
Oh,
a bit
was you a
skater boy.
greb? Was you a greb?
I was more skater boy than greb.
Was you?
Yeah.
Did you paint your nails and everything?
No, I think that's what I mean. I didn't go like that. It wasn't like full on. It was just more like just the jeans. Really.
So you was a
And
greb.
chains.
You felt like you lived in America.
Yeah, I went through a couple of phases. I went through that rapper phase, and then I went through a very similar phase to you, like with chains and and stuff like that. Yeah,
I went through thinking I was David Beckham for about 3 years.
yeah. I mean,
So I used to have the blonde curtains and
Curtains.
fucking wearing Alice band and all that shit.
yeah.
I was just a fucking pretty boy. I was trying to be a pretty boy. That's all I was trying to do. Like, do you know,
David-
like fashionable
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
David Beckham or David Brent.
More like David Bentley.
More like David Cameron.
yeah. Yeah, and then I went through the whole phase where you modified your cars. So
I
got
never went
my-
through that stage.
I got myself a Corsa, and it started out as a purple bog standard Corsa, and then spent wild amounts of money on it, like fucking sprayed it black, body kits, alloys, subwoofers, speakers, the lot.
Lowered it.
And then lowered it, everything, tinted the windows, bucket seats. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
And then I think I spent about 10 grand on it, and I think in the end I sold it for about 500 quid.
Well worth it.
Mate,
Mate.
the funny thing is with that car, you could hear it from. I mean, you came to pick me up a few times, and you could hear it from the top of your street, from the top of my street. But it'd taken about 10 minutes to get there because I have to go so slowly over the speed bumps, and I could never get in the back.
The front bumper was so low that there was some streets I couldn't go down. So I had to wet my route out.
Class.
And then when I put bucket seats in, the bucket seats didn't go forward. So like people couldn't get in the back. Like
think-
it basically disabled the back seat.
I think I was in the back.
This is just the start of your poor life choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think,
no, I'd made loads by then.
I think I only got in the back once, and that was a squeeze, wasn't it?
Yes, rumour has he's still in there now.
Hey mate, if you had it now, I'd get in no problem.
I need to try and dig a picture out for that because obviously, this is going so far back that it was like back in the day. It was like fucking disposable cameras. So
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think I've got a picture of it, but I'll have a look, see whether I can dig it out.
My first car was a P-Reg Fiat Punto, and it was class because it's the only car I've ever driven where you can turn it on and take the key out and still drive it.
Class.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know. It had its quirks, mate. But I used to, whenever anyone new got in the car, I used to do it, take the key out and just chuck it in the back seat and go, have a look at this. And just give them my car key and just
Was this
see
like
their
your party trick?
Yeah, just see the confused faces as I just kept on driving with that.
Mine was a P-Reg Ford Fiesta automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah, yeah.
Head of your game.
It was class.
You was ahead of your game,
It was
yeah.
absolutely class. I think, to be fair, I think my first official car, I drove to yours. I don't know if you remember this. So it was a Rover Metro 1.4.
Oh, I probably blocked it out
yeah.
there.
I couldn't afford the insurance on it, and I remember. I think
Just drove out it.
yeah.
Hang on, you let me get in the car and you want insured.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I don't think you got in the car. I think I just drove it to yours for
Wise
some stupid
choice.
reason. And then I got rid of that, and then I got my P-Reg Fiesta automatic,
Nice.
Nice.
which was an absolute dream until I forgot to put oil in the engine, and the engine blew up.
Fundamental.
Engine blew up driving down Clive Sullivan Way.
Note to listeners: put oil in your car.
Put oil in your car.
Didn't realise that. Thanks
Yeah.
for the tip.
Make sure it's fully oiled
We
up.
should do that on this pod. We need to come up with 5 tips before the end. Some absolute pearlers, like put oil in your car. Otherwise it fucks
Some
it.
words of wisdom for everyone.
Yeah. Some life-changing stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I used to before Bluetooth as well. Do you remember you used to have like cassette players, and you used to have the cassette with the wire on, and you could plug it into
Yeah.
different
Yes.
contraptions.
Yeah.
So I had that in this Punto because obviously that's all it had, and I used to have a PSP
Right.
PSP,
and a
love
PSP, and I used to load loads of songs on that, and that's what I used to play my songs through. Was it? And guess what
Fucking
colour it was?
Black.
Pink.
Pink.
Pink PSP.
I had a pink PSP because it was limited edition. I want the limited edition one, so I got a pink PSP, and it had loads of songs on it. And it used to just, I had this little pocket on my glove box. Used to put it in there and just cycle through songs.
Do you know if I'd have met you when you were younger, I wouldn't have been your mate.
We're not mates now.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have been your mate. I don't think. Do you know? Because back then stuff like that mattered.
Yeah.
And if I saw this little grubby guy with a pink PSP, I'd be like, I'll give you a wide berth. I would have done.
Pussy boy.
Sounds harsh, doesn't it?
Pussy
Well, in
boy.
fact, we'd have probably beat you up. I'm joking.
Not your
we wouldn't have.
size.
We wouldn't have come to Scunthorpe. We was too scared.
Yeah, too rough on
We
it.
would have got stabbed up.
with a stab vest on. Crash helmet. I used to have do you remember mini discs?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I used to have a mini disc.
Yeah, that's what I plugged into that cassette he was just on about. I had a mini disc. The problem is every time you drove over a crisp packet, it skipped. That's the problem. I remember when I used to go jogging with a fucking CD.
I was just
portable CD player.
I was
and
just
that
about to say that. Yeah, a Discman. It was absolutely huge, and somehow it managed to fit in your pocket.
What's the first mobile phone you remember having?
I had a Nokia 3210.
3210.
Yeah, is that one with Snake? Wasn't it the original Snake?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah. I think
Bricks.
because you're a bit younger than me, you might have had a 3310. We had the 3210, the
Oh,
OG.
3310, yeah.
Yeah, we had the
Yeah, I had a
3210.
3210.
I had the Nokia 8880, I think, where it was off the Matrix, where it flipped down and it was
Yes.
black. I had that, and I felt like I was the absolute bee's knees when
Nice.
I had that. I had loads of phones, and then I got onto iPhone pretty early. I think I had an iPhone 2, and then I've never deviated.
I got
I had
onto,
iPhone 3.
I
I
got
had
into
a couple of
iPhones late.
Did
you?
Yeah, yeah. So the iPhone before this one was the first iPhone I had.
Was it?
I was Samsung all before that.
I started iPhone until
Did
I
you?
got...
Steve Jobs is in the room. Thought you were dead.
That was high pitch. Got really excited then, didn't you?
Well, I
Did
thought
you?
Steve Jobs was back.
It's just, that's just the lighting of the...
It's incredible
don't
lighting.
go towards the white
That
light.
is
God
incredible
rest his soul.
lighting.
Yeah, I started with iPhones, not started iPhones, with iPhones, until it got to a point where I just thought they just priced me out of iPhones. Then I went to Android. I probably would like to go back to an iPhone if I'm being honest, but I don't think I ever will now.
Why?
Just because I think I've been with Android so long, and I think they're just
Mate, it's not a
More
fucking,
reasonable
It's not a
priced.
fucking job. You won't wait there for so long.
A
You just
long
change
term
your phone.
relationship. I get what you're saying. Like, I've been given a couple of work phones in various jobs where they give you a work phone. It's an Android, and I just never got on with it.
I was
So I
going to
just
say,
fucked it off.
don't you find it weird? You go from one to the next. You're trying to use an
I couldn't
iPhone.
do that. I couldn't cycle between two different
No.
like platforms.
Sorry,
things like that.
we are on a pod. I know that, but have I just seen Paige make a comeback and win a title on it?
I thought he was
Yeah,
here.
That was fucking Paige.
Yeah, because we was on about her
I
earlier,
thought she was
weren't we?
injured, retired through injury. She left the WWE because she got injured.
Yeah.
So, mind you, if it's a one-off, it's a one. Or is she in the
No,
organisation?
she's in it. Yeah.
Madness. Costa was going to give her a title because she's from London.
I was going to
Sting.
say at Wembley.
In true fashion, obviously with golf goals and grapplers, we're watching wrestling in the background while doing this.
And I'll be honest, I've never watched this promotion or anything, but you've put it on, haven't you? And they're at Wembley, like 90,000 people.
90,000 people selling out.
Some go in that.
Yeah.
Who was your? So when I was younger, I had a wrestling ring and I had loads of figures
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I think I've still got them in the loft somewhere. But like my figures that I had like the Warrior, the Bushwhackers, Hulk Hogan, Legion of Doom,
Yokozuna.
Ultimate Warrior,
See, I had like Jeff Hardy,
Yeah.
Matt Hardy,
Undertaker, Yokozuna.
Undertaker, Kane.
Yeah. I wonder if, because my figurines are from the 80s, I wonder if they're worth something now.
He actually still got.
Yeah, I've still got them all in my loft. Like, my mum used to keep loads of keepsakes.
Amazing.
Are they all boxed up?
No, they're not still in their original box. I used to play with them, but, like, they're decent condition.
Yeah, mate, they might be.
80s figures should I think they're nearly 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I'm
weird?
nearly 50 years old. Shit.
Yeah, mate.
Fucking hell, I just said that out loud.
How
on
old are you?
you?
40?
I'm 30 oddish.
You're not.
So,
You're 40.
No, you're 40.
29.
Fuck off. Tell your face that.
What's the weirdest thing that you've collected?
Bodies. Don't dig up my patio.
It's like Brookside.
Don't, mate. You saw my detective work earlier when I was trying to find where Bullis was.
The weirdest thing you've collected is a great question. Weirdest thing
I've
I've
got no
collected
idea.
that I can say? Oh.
Up to you.
Mate, I definitely,
Depends how deep you want to go.
I definitely do. That's what she said.
I've got one, but and it is actually quite politically. It's like fun. It's fun for the pod.
Go on then.
Oh no!
But so, you may have noticed that like I use a nose spray like to clear your nose all year round, right? And because like I've got sinus problems, so I've done that. And I used to, when I emptied the bottle, I wouldn't throw the bottles away, and I collect the bottles, and I had drawers of them. I had like
What?
thousands of these empty nose spray bottles that I just used to collect for banter.
What was the banter though?
No banter.
Did you ever show anyone? Did you ever go? Look at my
there was
drawer.
no banter. I was just hoarding.
I mean, of all the things you could have said, I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that.
no, but that's weird. That's the weirdest thing. He said weird, and that is pretty weird. Why didn't I just throw them away?
Yes,
The weirdest thing that I've ever. I don't think I've ever collected anything weird.
Bought football shirts.
Do you know what I used to have back in the day? Pogs.
Yeah,
Do you remember
Yeah, I had
Pogs?
Pogs, yeah.
You used to get them in like Monster Munch
Walkers.
and that.
Yeah,
didn't
they were Tazos as well.
Tazos.
Yeah.
You had to get Doritos to get
Yeah.
the Tazes to complete
Those
your
little-
collection.
Little pots as well. You could put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever? I'm assuming you collected fucking Merlin Wizard Premier League cards as well.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
sticker
great
albums.
shout.
I
Stuff
swapped,
like
your,
that.
I swapped your nan Gary Speeds for a Man United Charney.
Yeah.
Pokemon cards.
No.
No, because
I went for that.
No, because I was an adult.
I sold all my Pokemon cards for about 500 quid not long ago.
I didn't collect Pokemon cards because I wasn't a virgin.
Well, saying that, didn't
Still are, right?
Nope.
in,
didn't
that, in that Liverpool shit you are.
didn't Logan Paul just buy a Pokemon card for like $4 million?
Yeah.
Did he?
Fucking yeah.
Was it he had
Nuts, innit?
the Charizard, didn't he, around his neck? Was that about 8
I think
million?
that's,
Yeah, what?
is it more?
He had a shiny Charizard.
What the
and he had
fuck's
it
a
in
Charizard?
It's a creature on Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen Pokemon, but I'm guessing.
I've never seen Pokemon,
It's a
but it's a creature.
Do you know what?
It's a creature that there is.
Did you tell me a story, Rich? Do you remember when Pokemon Go was all the hype? I'm sure you went wandering around town on your break.
Was that in
Mate,
lockdown?
yeah. when it was the hype, I used to go everywhere trying to find
No,
Walking
you
around looking
never.
for Pokemon in Hull City Centre.
class.
Jesus
And you
Christ.
call me a virgin for wearing a football shirt? Fuck off.
Touche, he's got you there, mate. He's got you there.
Fucking walking around Hull City Centre.
Like, this
Not
should be
just
Pokemon.
Hull City Centre, any city centre, wherever I was.
What, and you were safe in Scunthorpe walking around looking for Pokemon?
He used to set
Safe-
off for
I'm
the
safe
day,
anywhere.
get the kids in the back. He was
Yeah.
off to Leeds to get some new Pokemon.
Where's all the hotspots?
Quick, pull over.
I sent a hint of jealousy here, lads.
Yeah, we're gutted. We missed
Oh,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
God.
gutted. We missed that.
I don't-
Still
phrase.
time for you to get on board if you want.
No.
Is it still a thing?
I think he's still out there. Yeah, I think it's still.
I think Pokemon are still out there.
Yeah, I
you
think-
just got to find them. Shit, that is weird. That's the weirdest thing you've ever collected. Pokemon.
It's not.
Why? What's the
Oh,
weirdest
no.
thing you've ever
Stamps.
collected? Is this where we're going with this?
No, it's not. I don't. Well, it's quite weird. Do you remember Austin Powers?
Yeah.
I used to have. I used to collect Austin Powers figures, like. So they had. Listen to me. So they had like
I
these
don't
little.
want
They used to come these little figures, right?
I feel like I need a shower. I feel dirty.
So these Austin Powers figures, and they come with this like little stand. And this stand, you can press a button, and they've all got phrases and stuff like that. And I used to have them on a shelf. I used to have about 10 of them, and they're great. And also, I had 4 JLS dolls once.
You had sorry what? Well, say that again.
He said 4 JLS dolls.
Fucking for what?
JLS dolls. Mate, if you ever
You can never say anything ever
anything
again to anyone.
me or anyone again.
In all fairness, though,
How are you getting home tonight?
I did.
You are fucking
Because
staying
you
here.
never ever get in my car again.
You are
Is
staying here.
that 350 bus still around?
It's going to have to be in it.
If not, the taxi's expensive.
In my defence, I didn't buy the JLS dolls. They were bought to me as banter.
Oh, well.
So
No, well, in
and,
that case,
and you
so-
kept them.
You was a big
There-
fan of JLS though.
yeah,
You went to see them.
Yeah.
No, you never.
yeah, did you?
You fucking
Again,
virgin.
it was bought for me though. Like someone bought me the ticket. It's my sister. Thank you.
Yeah, but
So-
this is how life works, right? If you say you like something,
You get it bought to you.
someone's going to buy shit for
Yeah.
you. So you must have liked JLS, yeah?
I didn't mind them. Yeah.
Great. There's nothing wrong with that.
One of my mates bought me some JLS stickers as well. Do you know what?
Oh, mate, you
Bought
got
me some
worse.
JLS stickers. Took them out on the night out. Honestly, they were a great party. party filler. Just get these stickers out and go, do you want Aston Marigold on you?
Party filler.
Or what you want to call it? Like a party trick?
Did you just turn around and say, do you want Aston Marigold on you?
Yeah.
I'd like
Who
to.
on earth did you say that
Can I
to?
just
Anyone?
publicly apologise to anyone listening for this podcast? It's actually took a very devious turn. And I'm really sorry.
Point of it. The chatting shit in it.
If anyone thinks that Christian Smith needs something new to collect, please put your ideas.
Whoa. Used to collect. Like, this isn't something that I still do. We're talking 10,
What do you do
10
now?
years
What do you
ago.
collect now? That's weird.
What do I collect now? Oh. Do you know what? It's not me that collects it, but my little boy is massively into Disney cars, and I actually quite like searching for them with him and find them. So we go to Hemswell Market. So when I was telling you I was going to Hemswell Market this morning, we go there because you can usually find him in a box of cars for like 50p, but they're about brand new. They're about £7, so they're quite expensive. So I love going there with him and seeing what we can find. So I like to see his excitement, but I also like to collect them with him. So I guess that's a
Yeah, I think it's a father-son thing, though.
Yeah,
that,
which is nice.
It's not JLS dolls.
It's
Is
not
it?
JLS
Like
dolls.
taking the clothes off your JLS dolls.
But they are still mint in condition if anyone wants to buy them. So
No,
I'll
no.
up for offers.
No one wants
no
to
one
buy
wanted to
them.
buy them then. Never mind, no one wanted to buy them now.
No
I bet
one
try
wants
and buy
to
them
buy
now. I
them.
bet you can't.
I bet you can't. They got discontinued.
So come on, you guys must have like collected something a bit
Yeah,
more.
no spray bottles.
That something worse than that, surely.
I mean, when you talk about actual collection of things, nothing that's weird, mate. Everything's just normal, like watches, fragrances. Like that's what I collect now.
I think that's weird though,
Why is that weird?
because you have about 20 fragrances at once,
I've got more than that.
and you don't even use them.
I do. Of course, I use them.
But you use them all
I use all my
at
fragrances
the same time.
I just yeah. I'm like a
One big
duty.
mist.
I'm like a duty free shop.
Just a walk-in boots.
Yeah, I'm like a duty free shop, Manchester Airport.
It's like giving out cards to everyone that comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you feel like you've got a bit like an obsessive?
No, because I think there's a whole. I mean, I don't want to get too into it because people won't care. But there's a whole world attached to fragrances where they've all got like different top notes, middle notes, base notes. They all smell
fucking
differently. Like there's a whole thought process.
Do you think
behind
about the notes when you
fragrances.
go get a fragrance ball?
No, he just wears dupe.
You sheer from the market.
CK1.
Old Spice.
Yeah.
Old Spice.
Brut. But yeah,
I have you know.
do you have a favourite fragrance that
do.
you always your
No.
go-to?
Yes.
What?
Paco Rabanne. Invictus.
That's a good shout because that's a nice fragrance.
Thank you.
Good shout.
I
Thanks.
tend to just get whatever's given to me at
At
Christmas. Something
Christmas.
like that.
Oh no, he gets like Zara's own brand.
No, it's branded stuff. It's proper stuff. But I'm not arsed. I'll have a different smelly. I
David-
used to be into
Davidoff.
Miyake for a long time.
I mean,
Is it
Isimiaki
Miyake?
was one of your old teenager classics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
CK1, Isimiaki, that sort of stuff. Yeah,
Hugo Boss.
yeah,
Was
all
it
that stuff.
was it Paco Rabanne which was the gold one?
Yeah, the Million.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1 million. That was quite
that's
popular
very
at the time,
classic
wasn't it?
teenage fragrance. Yeah, yeah, some good shouts to teenage fragrance. Do you know what's weird though? I've only really got into them properly. Like I wasn't really asked about them in younger life, but now, as I've got older, like I'm well into them now.
What? Aftershave.
Fragrances.
Everything we've just been talking about, yeah.
I thought you were saying something else. Sorry, I thought you were saying something else then.
No,
I remember having to swing by Boots on the way in from work once just so you could go buy like another. I think it was the 5th one of that week you'd bought.
no, 5th one of the month. Let's not get crazy.
No, it was. I think it was the week.
Was it? Maybe there was a sale on.
Because I remember sat in the car thinking, "This is the 5th one he's bought this
Yeah.
week. This is a bit much now. I think he's got a problem."
I don't have a problem with
It's
it.
He
just-
has got a
intervention.
problem. He has got a problem. It's not that though.
I don't think that's weird for an old man like me to have a fragrance collection, though.
Yeah, but I guess other people will have this discussion, but I think surely you just have one, maybe two, but you've got like 20
How many?
Yeah.
How many have you got? 20.
Way over 20.
Have you really?
that are in
over 20.
circulation. That are
And
still,
but you've got to understand that obviously you've got fragrances. This is where you're going to like 4GL. You've got fragrances for different seasons. Like you've got winter fragrances, autumn fragrances, summer fragrances, spring fragrances. You've got fragrances for the day, fragrances for at the office, fragrances for an evening. I won't bore you with the details, but
it's becoming more feminine, isn't he?
I don't know
Yeah,
what's
that's his
worse. I
feminine
don't know
side
what's
coming
worse,
out.
that or JLS dolls.
Definitely that. Definitely him.
It's definitely not. Do I want to be stroking the
tones.
smooth section on a JLS doll? Or do I want to be collecting fragrances? I know which one I'd rather be doing.
The tones and the seasons.
By the way, I'd rather be stroking the smooth section on the JLS doll.
Still got a bit. I'll get you later for you.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the way I'm kind of just sitting back and getting away with it.
Yeah, go on. What, you must have something weird then.
You're not getting away with it.
What
You look like Michael Jordan for about 15 years.
So you're currently collecting fragrances.
Fragrances.
Fragrances. What are you collecting?
Do you know what, mate? I don't really collect anything. I genuinely don't collect anything. Even like.
Well, thanks for that.
No, I mean, do you know what?
Thanks for coming. You'd be a great help today.
Do you know what? Even
Top entertainment.
even back in the day, I never had anything that I thought I'm going to collect this. Like obviously, you go through things as a kid where you think, oh, I'll collect football stickers, or I'll collect this, I'll have this, or I'll have that. I never had anything that I thought I'm going to just collect this particular thing as an adult. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. I think to be, if anything,
That's all, folks. Good night.
no, I'm
Thanks for coming in.
you ain't fucking let me finish, you. I think, to be fair, your collection of JLS dolls and your collection of fragrances, if I'm going to collect anything, my tattoos are probably my collection.
Yeah, fair shout.
And just because I just keep adding to it all the time.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing, really.
And you're not planning on stopping, really, are you?
No.
I would.
I know
I'm
you
joking,
would.
I'm joking, mate.
We know your feelings about tattoos,
You,
mate.
you look like the notepad that I keep when I'm on a long meeting.
Is that one of those doodle bears that you get for your kids where you could just keep adding to it?
Fucking Etch a Sketch over here. I feel like you should have two knobs.
One does the damage, mate.
Yeah, one's enough, mate. The world will tell you one knob's enough.
Oh, brilliant. And by the way, when we're doing the comparisons, can you use my Pokemon card instead of the JLS dolls, please? Or even...
The lesser of the two evils.
Or even
really?
the Austin Powers figures, I'll take that
No,
more.
it's not,
than
mate.
JLS.
The Austin Powers figure is just as bad.
Oh, God. So, you know, when you was collecting JLS dolls, this is like a serious question now. I'm not messing about. When you was collecting
Don't
JLS
believe
dolls,
him.
did you ever sort of go through, like, phase where you was, like, having homosexual thoughts?
No. No, and when you can't really call it a collection when someone buys you all four for in one go and goes, here's some JLS dolls. That's not really a collection.
You know when you collected Austin...
Completed it.
got
On to the
need.
next one.
Got need.
Yeah.
Who is there to collect after Austin Powers?
I was going to say, how many Austin
Felicity
Powers...
Shagwell.
Dr. Evil. Mini-Me.
Minute Me.
Who was the first one you said?
Felicity Shagwell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've
Heather
got,
Graham, or whatever she was called.
Yeah, yeah.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, Mrs. Kensington or whatever her name is. Then you've got, is it Fat Bastard?
Yeah, Scottish guy.
Yeah, Scottish
Get
guy.
in my belly.
Get in my belly.
I was in, but I wasn't Scottish.
I think that was it. And there's obviously different variations of Austin Powers because he had different outfits and things like that. Not that you put the outfits on, by the way. Like it wasn't like you could. I'm making it sound worse.
We weren't thinking that.
Yeah, but I thought you might have done.
Thanks
But
for
the fact that you've tried to clear that up means
Thanks
leads
for
me to
clarifying.
believe that you did put
Thanks
the
for
outfits
clarifying
on.
that, mate.
No, I didn't. Honestly,
Yeah, you
they came outfitted.
God,
that you couldn't
how
change.
did you ever find yourself a missus? Oh, she's lucky to have you.
I think I'm lucky to have her. To be honest with you.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you, know,
definitely.
do you know what I did collect as a kid?
Souls.
Yeah, I put with the garden.
Other children's dreams. Was you the dream catcher just floating around primary school?
No. Categorically no. If you're watching this, no.
God.
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures.
I mean, again, there's 4 to collect.
No, but you've got no, but
And Splinter.
Do you know what a collection?
Foreigner rat.
do you know
just Shredder.
Is it Shredder?
But
Who's
no.
Splinter?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Oh, is there?
Do you know what collection I had?
Bebop and
I
Rocksteady.
collected Spider-Man. I got him, and then I was like completed it, mate.
Yeah, how many needs to be in the thing to be a collection?
Yeah, that's true. I think.
Is it 2? Is 2 a
I think-
collection?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was like Bebop and Rocksteady, Splinter,
Yeah.
and then you had the van.
The van.
Counting a vehicle as part of the collection.
It was a van. Mate, you've got JLS figures.
I had Austin Powers
Mini
Cortina. I had his Ford Cortina.
I had the tour
God.
bus for JLS.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So, what some good stories?
Well, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
What's like the most exhilarating thing you've ever done? Like, what's the thing that sticks out and you think that was incredible?
Oh, wow.
Do you know, for me, Probably swim with dolphins.
Nice. That's a good
This
shout.
is where I feel like my life's not been that
Go
exciting.
and see JLS in concert.
Yeah, that was quite exhilarating, especially when Ollie Murs was performing as well.
I went in one of the pink Cadillacs. I went in one of them in Havana,
Nice.
where they filmed Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, when you mean exhilarating, like,
Exciting.
yeah, exciting or like nervous or like
It could be anything. It could be like the birth of your child. It could be you're doing a skydive. It could be anything.
see, I've never done anything like skydive, but I was thinking obviously proposing was very nerve wracking but exhilarating at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
So did that in Milan.
Yeah.
But that
In
was
Milan?
yeah, it was in
Wow.
Milan. So did that in Milan, but just I didn't know when I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to do it there, but I didn't know when or where. So kind of spent a couple of days kind of like scoping it and just figuring it out, and ended up doing it near the cathedral. But it's such a nerve wracking moment.
Why was it nerve wracking?
Because I mean, I knew she was going to say yes,
Exactly.
but you also it just feels really awkward doing it.
So you
Especially-
want nerve wracking? You just felt awkward.
But no, it was like, but then it was exciting as well. So it's kind
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
go through like multiple emotions by doing that. Obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
You know, seeing childbirth and that is quite exhilarating, but also nervous and a bit of everything. But if you're thinking like a particular moment of, like you say, because I assumed you was thinking something like, have you skydived or have you gone in a hot air balloon or
Yeah, because I've never done anything like
no,
that.
me neither. Or
I've never
bungee
jumped
jumping.
out of a plane or
No.
all the rest of it.
I'd love to skydive.
I don't know if I would. You know,
I'm not asked.
No, it's never really bothered me. But I don't know how I'd feel as well if I got in that plane, got right to the top there. I don't know if I'd be one of those guys that just go, "Fuck it, let's go," or if I'd be like, "Oh shit,
Oh, you
what am
have
I
to
doing?"
go by that
Yeah,
point.
you've gotta
Surely, just jump.
Yeah.
What's the worst gonna happen?
What way
Just
to
jump.
go? What way to go?
Just jump.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
What
but
if
how
parachute
good's that?
didn't
Like,
happen?
right, you go, oh shit, fucking Christian died. How did he die? Jumping out of a plane. Class.
Yeah, I can see how that was a possibility.
It was like, oh, Christian died. Oh, how did he die? Oh, he was shit into his own nappy at the age of 90 in a bed. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
what a way to go.
In comparison, that is.
I mean,
that is
granted,
better.
you've got life to live, so I don't want.
I was going to say.
Yeah, not yet.
but you get it, don't you?
Imagine if you were one of those people who fainted as well. Imagine if you jumped out of the plane, you know, because you just got that,
Yeah, black out.
and you just blacked out, and then
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
woke up and you're on the floor.
Yeah,
Not
but-
like obviously everything went smoothly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
you'd be fuming, wouldn't you?
You'd get it back though, wouldn't you?
What do you mean get it back?
No, so you black out, but then suddenly you come back to when you're halfway down.
Yeah, otherwise you're dead. That's how dying works. If you black out, just don't come back.
If you black out, you don't come back. You're dead.
No, but you'll have someone strapped to you, wouldn't you? So they'd obviously get you down safely. But if you woke back up, wouldn't you just black back out again because you'd realise what you're doing and just black out again?
Like you know in the video them on that bungee ball,
Yes.
where they keep
Yes.
realising and blacking out again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
What about you?
Yeah, go on.
it's weird, mate, because I've got I ain't got one thing that's just like beats everything else, but I've done some pretty good stuff. Like the helicopter down the Vegas Strip was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
That
yeah.
was class at night. Hit Vegas at night in a helicopter. It was amazing. So that was good. Driving into New York, seeing all the Manhattan skyline, that was like, that's fucking
Yeah.
unreal, like that. So I've done stuff like that, like flying into Dubai. Like Dubai's incredible, but like I said, I've never been one of these people who's like looking for I'm not an adrenaline junkie at all.
me neither.
Like I'm not looking to jump out of a plane or go 200 mile an hour in a car. Like I'm just not one of them people.
I did rally driving at Silverstone. That was quite good. Like one of those experience days.
Yeah, I've drove a couple of supercars.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
yeah.
The speed thing don't bother me. I wouldn't think, oh yeah, I'd get in a fast car and drive. However, I wouldn't think that way. I'd probably think I'd much rather jump out of a plane or something like that. I'll tell you now, I hate the sea.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Yeah, I had a really bad experience with jet ski.
Salty in it.
I mean, that's not why I hate it.
Oh, I thought you hated like the taste of it.
Sharks, aren't there?
Yeah.
Jellyfish.
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 Yeah.
No, I had a really bad experience with a jet
Goldfish.
ski.
Hang on, you just said the best thing you ever did was swimming with dolphins, yet you ate the sea.
No, when you swim with dolphins, it's not in the sea.
Where is
It's almost in like a big pool.
What was it? Were they in captivity?
Yeah, it was part in like this theme park.
Disgusting.
Kind of thing.
I don't agree with animals in captivity.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, well, that's all that matters.
Didn't you go
the
to Yorkshire Wildlife Park
Did the
recently?
dolphin enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I opened the gates, freed them all.
Freedom all.
Freedom!
Dr. Doolittle.
Be free, be gone.
Shut the park down.
Yeah. I did the noble thing of letting the tigers free, and then they were shot dead 20 minutes later for safety reasons.
Which is better, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
Ooh, one.
Home Alone 2, because he could set better traps because the house was being renovated, so the traps were more elaborate.
Yes.
Whereas Home Alone
Yeah,
1,
great
the
shout,
traps
that.
were a bit tame because you couldn't destroy your own house.
But realistically, there shouldn't have been more than one. Because how can you leave the same kid home alone twice?
He didn't
He
get
went-
left
he
home
went
alone in the
was in
second
New
one.
York.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went on the
He was in
wrong
New- he was in
holiday.
New
He
York,
did,
wasn't
yeah. Well, still, it's daft, innit? But yeah, Home Alone 1 for me, classic.
Yeah, it's the
Original.
great films, yeah.
I agree with you. Home Alone 2 for me is better than Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
Have either of you started watching At Home with the Furies or anything? You watched it?
Oh yeah, I've watched some of that with my partner, and she likes it. That shit, like she loves reality TV.
Yeah,
Like any reality TV, she loves.
yeah.
And that, to be fair, that's not bad. But he's an absolute nightmare to live with. Any
Oh,
Tyson
God.
Fury.
I've not seen any of
So
it.
up and down.
No, watch it.
So up and down. He just literally does what he wants, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's real sporadic. Isn't
There's
he?
one episode where the kids are at school the next day, and he literally just decides he's going to take the caravan out with him and just go literally 20 minutes up the road, so not even far, to a caravan site and just pitch up for the night. And like just things like that, like just mad things that you just wouldn't think of doing.
He seems a bit of a throat loop, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like it's his
he's
kid's
not-
christening. He just leaves halfway through and goes, "I've had enough of my phone."
He's not.
Well, he's got bipolar, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't
he's
know
been
that.
diagnosed
No,
with
I didn't know.
bipolar apparently. So like one day he's like really, really depressed, and the next day he's buzzing about
Yeah,
everything.
I didn't know that.
I think I'm up to episode 3 at the minute, and the one I just watched, he went all the way to Iceland to go
Yeah.
confront Thor, and he was in Rome
Yeah, yeah.
because he didn't even like book anything. He just decided to go. I'm off to Iceland to go
But
see
then
him.
when he got there and he wasn't there, he sunk into depression
Yeah.
while he was out there. Like
Yeah.
it's like almost instantaneous, where he just like takes a mental health dive.
Yeah.
I nearly made a joke about that until he said the mental health thing.
It's obviously really clear about that type of stuff in it, but it's funny and it's sad, and it's like
I just don't like him.
he's a different. I think he's a bit like Marmite, isn't he? You either like him or you don't.
I don't like Tyson Fury whatsoever. There's nothing about the man that I like, whether it be from a personal perspective or a boxing perspective. There is nothing about Tyson Fury that I like, or Tommy Fury, or any of the Furies. None of them.
I like the fact he drives a Volkswagen Passat.
Yeah, like he's got 60 mil in the bank.
He just
drives
drives
a
his
Passat.
to school.
But he did say in the documentary, the reason I drive a Passat is because if I pull up to the airport in a Passat, no one cares. He said, but if I pull up in my Lamborghini,
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking all over him like a
Yeah,
rat.
true. It's
Yeah.
a good cover
It
up.
is a
Isn't
good cover up, yeah. Because I said the same. I was like, why are they off to the airport in a Passat?
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose it's a good idea, really, isn't it?
And they've got about 13 kids.
Seven,
Six, seven.
yeah, yeah. It's a lot in it.
She'll have another one on the way, no doubt.
I mean, what one's enough?
Yeah, but when you've got money and a house that size and that,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but they ain't got a nanny. Like most people that have got 60 mil in the bank have got a live-in nanny.
Is that how much they've got in the bank? 60 mil?
Well, I googled his net worth and they estimate that he's got about 60 mil.
Because didn't he...
I think he'll have more than that, you know.
There were claims that he'd give all his money from the Deontay Wilder fight to charity,
Nah.
which again is bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's another reason I don't like him, because he's full
Absolute
of shit.
bullshit.
He's full of absolute shit.
Yeah.
So that's quite. So you're not liking Tyson Fury because he's a bit of like a because of the whole mental health battle and he's coming back from mental health. A lot of people like him. A lot of people are losing their rag with him because he's not fighting anyone. So he's sort of losing the
But
public.
isn't he retired?
No.
Oh, mate, which day is it? Some days he's retired, some
Yeah.
days he's not.
I think you should. I think if you officially retire in a sport, you only get one chance to come back, and that's it. Because, like you say, people go, "I'm retired." Actually, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm retired again. Actually, I'm not. And it's just like,
But people use that to get out of contract. I
Yeah,
think
of
there's
course they do.
contracts in America where if you retire, they release you from your contract, and then all of a sudden you turn up next season with a different club.
Yeah.
It's fucking
dodgy, that, isn't it?
I know. So you not liking Tyson Fury is quite a controversial opinion. I was just wondering, do you have any other opinions that tend to go against the grain or the national consensus that you just think, I don't agree with that, but majority of people do? Sticking on the theme of boxing, I hate Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
I do now.
I
I
do
used
now.
to really
That's-
like him, but I think he's shown his colours in
just-
terms of who he actually is.
Yeah. I just think
Since
the
it's not
way
been
he
going his
reacts
way.
after defeats, he's like a petulant child.
The way he reacts after victory as
Yeah, I
well.
know.
He's just... I saw him in his last fight, which, coincidentally enough, the guy who was fighting has been done for drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's
That Cornelius guy or whatever it's called.
He's been done for drugs. But yeah,
Didn't Dillian White just get done for drugs as well?
Yeah,
yeah. So
that's why
he was
had to
meant
fight
he's meant to
someone
fight Dillian White, and then he got done for drugs, and then
So-
he fought Hellenius, and he got done for drugs.
So because Joshua won the fight against Hellenius, will it still get changed to a no contest?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's shit for Joshua because he would have had the
yeah.
win on his record.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes no difference anyway because he's fighting Deontay Wilder in January.
Yeah.
Win, lose or draw, he was fighting Deontay Wilder anyway.
But surely, if you've won the fight and they've been on drugs, what? Just let him win the fight.
Yeah,
It's-
they'll
it's-
move that record, that fight into a no contest, won't they, on his
Mad.
record?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. Anyway, it does in the UFC.
Controversial opinion. I think pineapple belongs on pizza.
Do you?
No,
Yeah, I do.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. It's
Why?
fruit. Because it's fruit.
Just like tuna don't belong on pizza. Like fish don't belong on pizza.
Anchovies.
Anchovies, yeah.
No, I don't like anchovies.
Any of that stuff doesn't belong
No,
on
but
pizza.
I would. Fish on pizza is more logical than fruit on pizza.
What base do you have on your pizzas?
Yeah, tomato.
Tomato.
And I
So
guess
there you go then.
tomato's in the fruit family, but it's not. It's a salad, and it's a veg.
Yeah,
But I know it's a fruit in real life, in categorising it. But
yeah.
So you
It's
have tomatoes on pizza?
yeah, but pineapple is properly sweet as well.
Yeah, that's why I put it with salty ham.
I mean, just no for me. It's a
Yeah.
no for me.
All right.
Big no from
And I
me as
suppose
well.
that's why it's a controversial opinion.
Yeah.
How long have you not drank for?
So I stopped drinking alcohol on Boxing Day 2012.
Wow.
So 11 years. It'll be 11 years on Boxing Day.
Nice.
Not
Good
miss
effort,
it.
that.
And it won't like. Do you know what's weird with that though? So people, the first question normally people say when you go, "Oh no, I don't drink alcohol," and normally they go, "Whatever," and you go, "No, I stopped when I was like 26, 27."
Yeah.
And people assume that you had some sort of problem with alcohol,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why you've stopped. That did you have a drinking problem? You know, did you drink too much? All the rest of it. I didn't at all. Like, don't get me wrong. You went out on a weekend, got battered, but everyone did. Like, you binge drank. I never drank at home. I'd never sit at home and have 2 or 3 bottles of beer.
No.
I want a person who drank in the house. So yeah, it was just a lifestyle choice to just stop. Hangovers got really bad. Like, my hangovers would last 2 or 3 days. Like, I didn't like the feeling of being drunk either. Like, I know people like that, but I didn't like the feeling of not being in control. So I just thought, right, I'm going to go a year without drinking. And I got to the end of the year and I was like, I don't miss it at all.
Yeah.
Fair play, because I think I've got to a stage now where I still get the feeling that I want to go out and drink and have that, like, sort of chase that dragon back from when you was younger. But hangovers now, like you say, I get heartburn for about a week. I feel rubbish, feel terrible, sluggish. Like, it's not worth it, and it's very expensive to drink on a night out these days as well.
Yeah, and like, you're paying 70, 80 quid and you'll feel tipsy or you'll feel pissed. You'll feel quite good about yourself for about an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Then spend the next 2 days hungover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not logical at all. Any way you look at it, it's
No.
not logical, is it?
And look, I don't jump on my bandwagon about it. Like, I don't care. I'm not someone who's going, "Oh, you shouldn't be drinking." You know,
No,
like
no.
Yeah, yeah.
non-smokers do. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care who drinks. Crack on. But like, if someone tried to introduce alcohol now and it wasn't so heavily ingrained in society, you'd be like, "Oh, we've got this new thing. Do you want to try it?" You'd be like, "Yeah, what is it?" Like, "Oh, you put it in your drink and it gets you a bit like funny." You're like, "Oh, what is it?" It's a low grade poison. So it's a poison. That's what alcohol is. But we filter it down and put it in nice drinks, and then you get a bit like that, and everyone would be like,
No,
"That'd
mate.
never get accepted."
Yeah.
No one would be doing it.
But
No.
that's the thing though now. I mean, when you stopped drinking,
Yeah.
non-alcoholic drinks were a thing.
No. Shocking choice.
And now they're everywhere.
Yeah. Become more than normal to have non-alcoholic
Yeah.
drinks now. I think that does help.
Sainsbury's are great. I'll give Sainsbury's their props.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're listening to Sainsbury's, cracking.
Shout out Sainsbury's.
There's a whole aisle of non-alcoholic
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Morrison's have also started to get their act together. Asda are great. They've got like a
Asda is shit.
couple of options, but yeah, Sainsbury's got a whole. I went through a phase of drinking non-alcoholic red wine, and like a couple of my mates would be like, "A nice one, you're drinking Ribena," but you're not, because it was still fermented in the same way that wine was, but they just obviously took the alcohol out, and it was really nice.
I like non-alcoholic Guinness. To be fair.
Non-alcoholic Guinness is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Clean gin is nice.
Yeah,
Clean
yeah.
rum's nice as well.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I just, because I'm similar to you, like, I don't drink at home. Like, I'll get the odd beer now and then,
Yeah.
but I don't really drink at home. So for me, the only way I'm drinking is when I'm going out or I'm having a social. So I just never would choose non-alcoholic beer, I don't think. Like, it's
Yeah,
not...
yeah.
Like, I get if people like the taste of it and they just drink it as a normal drink at home, but I don't, so...
But equally though, like, would you ever go out and think, "I'm going to go out and because I'm out, I'll have a couple of pints"?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
And I suppose that's the thing though, because I wouldn't drink because I enjoyed the taste of any alcoholic drink ever. Like, if I was drinking to get drunk. That's why if I was going out, you was going out and I was going to drink all night. Otherwise, I wasn't going to drink at all. Whereas people genuinely enjoy the taste of it. and drink it for enjoyment. It was weird when you were younger because like you used to use that as a bit of a flex that you'd spend 100 quid and you want drunk. Whereas nowadays you'd be like, I want to be drunk off a 10x. I'll save 90 quid.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
The quicker you get drunk, the better it is these days.
Pre-drinks at home, doing like playing like Ring of Fire
100%.
and things like that.
Yeah.
I also can't eat and drink when I'm out either.
Yeah.
It's one or the other for me.
Yeah.
I can't eat and drink at the same time because I'll suffocate. Is that what you're thinking? Or last question then before we wrap this pod up.
Go on.
Is talk on the subject of drunk. What's the one time where it's the drunkest you've ever been? We got our mate drunk one time. It was his stag do, and then we nicked all his male clothes and just left him a dress on the bed,
Class.
and then set the
At least
fire
left him
alarm off.
something.
Set the fire alarm off in the hotel.
Did it fit him?
He had to come down in the dress or not come down.
I mean,
I don't want to come down. I'll just
no, I
stay
wouldn't
there.
do that.
Take me.
Right, guys, this comes to an end. So
I think I've shared too much in this pod.
you have shared too much. It's how much of it makes the edit. That's the interesting thing.
JLS is definitely staying in
I think we've done about an hour and 20, so this might be about a 20-minute edit.
Yeah.
Right, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.